I mentioned earlier that I mentioned that I am really good at finding deals on traveling. I am taking, or I have booked 8 trips for 2018, 4 different countries. Most of the trips are international. There are a few that are domestic, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, because they all cost money. So you guys asked under one of my posts, this post here on IG, for me to give you a video detailing on how I get travel info for the low. So my 8 trips are costing me a total of $4,000. Could I have done better? Absolutely. But I think 4 trips, especially with 8 trips, 8 trips, especially with 4 of them being out of the country for $4,000, I think I did a pretty good job. I definitely could have done better though, and I'm going to show you just how I do it. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't want to ramble, is I'm going to put up a screen recording of my phone. So let me turn on that screen recording for you now, so I can show you the 3 main apps that I use when I'm looking to book trips, interested in booking trips, or want to book trips. So let's take a stroll on over to my deals folder. It's where I essentially keep all the coupon stuff and like apps or whatever. If you guys want a video or even like an Insta story really quickly on the different apps I use for deals and stuff, you can just let me know in this post here on IG and I will give that to you, the people. So the first one I always use is Hopper. That's my go-to if I'm trying to book something on my phone. And I will show you a screen grab of my computer to show you how I book on my computer. We're going to start with the phone first. So I go to Hopper. If I'm looking for the best possible deal, which I usually am, I will leave Hopper on New York City for all 3 airports, which is JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark. Although I do not live in New Jersey and I usually don't ever fly in and out of Newark, I like to just see what the prices compare to for JFK and LaGuardia. And then I would put the location of where I want to go. So let's click, we're going to click Costa Rica. So it'll show you the best, worst, and average times to fly. Red obviously means it's going to cost you the most money. Orange is like in the middle, and the green or turquoise, whatever, is the time you want to fly. So if you have really flexible dates, or you're just looking for a time to vacation or pick your vacation, I would go to Hopper first just to see what the airfare looks like in the location that you're trying to go to. Then it'll let you pick, so let's pick a time. We'll pick the 13th through the 17th. Select these dates. Then Hopper will do its little magic hopping, and it'll show you what the prices are for the different flights. I don't know why this is taking. There we go. So the current lowest price for the dates that I've picked is $386. September in general would be a good time to fly to Costa Rica if you're trying to go. So that is what you can pick. So my favorite thing about Hopper is you can click watch this trip, or you can click shop flights or choose nonstop. So you have a couple of different options. When I click watch this flight, it'll tell me if I should buy the tickets right now or a better time to buy it, and then it'll keep reminding me and send me notifications. So if I go back to the watch list, right, it tells me to wait. So we can see that it tells me to wait. Not to buy the tickets yet because they think that the price is going to drop. Now let's move on to Skyscanner. So Skyscanner, you can look up car deals, hotel deals, and airfare deals. Another really good app that I haven't used very often or I haven't looked into too much, but I've heard great things, is hotels. Because you can get last minute hotels, and my friend got a really great deal at a 5-star hotel, super last minute, like the night of, in Niagara Falls, for super cheap. So like I said, you can look at flights, hotels, and car rental on the Skyscanner app. You can plan your trip this weekend, next weekend, whatever. You can also get price alerts very similar to Hopper. You can do Explore. If you don't really know exactly where you want to go, this is a really good app to kind of help you figure out what price points are in different areas that you might want to visit and didn't really think of, but it fits into your budget. So that's why I really like Skyscanner, because sometimes I'm like, oh, didn't even know I wanted to go there. And I do. Now, on my computer is where I do the best damage when I'm trying to really get great deals. So I'm going to show you like a screen grab of my computer and what I do. And the 2 main programs that I use when I am pretty much trying to go travel for the low, and what I use to book essentially all 8 of my trips. And yeah, so let's, you know what, I'm going to stop babbling. Let's just go right over. Okay. So we are on my computer and let's go to Google. Now the 2 things that I use the most are Google Flights, okay, and Google Matrix. Now, they're similar and different all at the same time, and I'm going to just explain each one. So, Google Flights is my best friend. Obviously, you can see I'm going to Athens, and that price has increased, but I got it at the cheapest price. Well, the cheapest price at the time. So, you type in whether you're going round trip, one way, multi city, how many passengers, economy, because I'm broke. But if you are a little less broke, you can choose premium, business, or first class. And let's say we want to go, all right, let's go to Los Angeles. We'll pick a time. What I really like is that they show you the prices right under the dates, so you can see, okay, this is going to be what it's going to be if I travel on this date versus this date. And even when you do pick, let's say we want to pick that, they'll offer you suggestions of how you can lower the price, right? So $448 to go to LA in September or August, sorry. And they'll also tell you if you leave a day earlier or a day later that it will be a better price, right? So we have $375 with one stop, we have $448 with nonstop. They also track the prices for you. People still think it's 4th of July. They also track the prices for you and will contact you if the price is going to drop or if it's going to increase if you're not ready to book just yet. So Google Flights is also amazing for exploring maps, right? So again, if you don't know where you want to go, but you have specific times, right? You have our dates here. You can look all over the world essentially to see what's going to fit into your budget. So at this time period, Sunday, August 26th to Friday, August 31st, we do have LA at $375. We have Denver at $227, which actually looks pretty good. We have Atlanta at $239, right? And then you just scroll over the Atlantic and you can see what it is to go to Europe or Asia or whatever. And these are really nice prices. Ugh, I'll be back at work, right? So if you want a connecting flight during this time to London, it would cost you $559. To go to Paris, $424 non-stop. These are actually really amazing prices, and I'm sad I can't. Oh, Spain's looking a little okay. So this is what I use Google Flights for, and this is how I book things ahead of time, looking for the best deals. Now, Google Matrix is also very similar. You can use, I'm giving you all my info, the flight deal, which is what I use to look for price glitches. There is another site, I can't remember it right now, but when I do, I will put it into the video, I'll link it. But the flight deal is essentially what I use, right, because I'm coming from New York. It'll show me all of the glitches that you have to pretty much essentially book that specific day. So JetBlue Alaska Air from New York to San Francisco will cost you $242. And if you click this, it'll show you the dates you have to use. Yeah. So it'll show you the fare availability or whatever, and you have to use the matrix, which I have here, and you have to put in these specific codes in order to get these particular prices. So you would go the airport code. Usually I'm coming from JFK, right? And then wherever I would go, San Francisco, right? And whatever the dates were, you can put your outbound, return, adults, cabin, stops, extra stops, and you would search, and then it would give you the best deal. And on the flight deal, you pretty much have to move really, really quickly. 154 to Massachusetts. Yeah, so these are all flight glitches, and usually you have to book it that day because they'll sell out, or the airline will figure out the glitch and will get rid of it. So if you're really good at traveling alone or traveling quick or have really available flexible time off, the flight deal with the Matrix and Google Flights are going to be your best friend. If you have a bit more strict of a lifestyle like me, Google Flights is where you're going to want to focus on, because you can really play with the dates and see what's available at the time that you can travel. And that's where did I just come from? That is that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me tell you how to save money once again, yet again. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on Insta so you can see my travels, or don't follow on Insta. You could see, I don't know, I'm done. Bye.